The Pro Bowl selections are in, and the 49ers need to prepare for the Commanders. We're going to talk about all of that right here on the Wayne Breezie Show. Let's go.
Breezy this, breezy that. They know I'm gold-blooded. I got the Niners on my back, you know. Breezy this, breezy that. Ain't nobody working like Breezy, and that's a fact. Overmotivated is an understatement. Gold-blooded to the core, got your squad hating. Breezy make it look easy. Breezy on everything like 05, 06, 7 Weezy. This is not a game. Yeah, we faithful in every way. And even though we on the East Coast, very loyal to the Bay. Heavy red and gold every day. And if you really a Niner fan, I know you can relate. Applying pressure with this content like Smaller Bear. We not accepting no slander about Trey, so beware. I stay in exclusively Niner hats. And I always tell the truth, this exclusively Niner facts. Breezy this, breezy that. They know I'm gold-blooded. I got the Niners on my back, you know. Yeah. Breezy this.
Yo, or should I say ho, ho, ho. Happy holidays to everybody out there. What's good, everybody? It's your boy, Breezy. Breezy this, Breezy that. We in the building. I see a bunch of you already out here in the chat, man. Happy holidays out there to you. Shout out to all the members of the squad. Miss Debbie first in the building. Good morning, Wayne. Happy holidays, faithful. Enjoy the show. And always, guys, hit the like button. Let's start the show off with hitting the like button. And we're going to start the show off with a super chat contribution from the one and only great Miss Jacqueline Knox. She says, good morning, faithful. Washington getting ready to take all the commands from our Niners. Love the wordplay. You've been doing a great job. I like that. Washington getting ready to take all the commands. Very well said. Round of applause for that one. That was on point. That sounds like some breezy wordplay right there. Thank you for the super chat contribution. That was definitely worth the contribution, the wordplay itself. And we're going to talk a little bit about that. Listen, tomorrow's going to be the preview show with John Chapman. We decided to break it up a little bit, so John will be with us on tomorrow. But today's going to be that call-in show, so you guys are going to be able to call in one way or another. Either you're going to be on the show with me, we're going to try to get the phone lines working. Hopefully, it's working properly. All right. Shout out to Boats. I see you. My brother Paul is in here. My man El Amin is in here. Eddie G, what's going on? VZ4089er Cali boy says, great morning to all my fellow faithfuls. My brother Troy's in there. Yo, I got your text message yesterday, man, and it was so cold I couldn't respond to it. It's negative 48 with the wind. I don't even know what that means. Like, I don't want to know what that means. It's cold, guys. It's winter time. I'm hoping some of you guys get some of those, get a white Christmas. It's not going to be a white Christmas here. It's going to be a cold Christmas, though, up here in Connecticut. But it's, yeah, because I was told that I need to get my generator going because we might get some winds up to 55 miles per hour, which will be knocking out the power. So I got the generator out there. I got to go get that up and running at some point today. Christy Marie, she says, stay warm, Troy. Shout out to you as well. Leanne is in the building. Everybody, Collie's in the building. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Look, we got a show that I really want to open up the floor to you guys. So just going to break down some the latest in 49ers news or whatnot. Before we do that, again, guys, please hit that like button. You already know what it does to the channel, what it does, for the WayneBreezie name. It definitely pushes it up to one of those shows that we want everybody tuning in, and we want YouTube to do the work, right? So it's not about you guys working so hard. We want YouTube to do the work. So it's called an algorithm, all right? So if you guys hit that like button, YouTube would say, hey, man, what is this? What are we looking at? Hey, my man, what it look like? What movie was that from? Hey, my man, what it look like? Hey, my man, what it look like? One of my favorite movies of all time. I wonder if you guys know what movie I'm talking about. But before we do that, let's get through the formalities of the show. Listen, you guys already know Breezy this, Breezy that. You can find it on all musical platforms. My favorite is Apple. Music. I know a lot of people love Spotify over Apple Music. I get it. Some people rock with Tidal. You know what I'm saying? Some people still use Pandora. It's all gravy, baby. Whatever your choice is, the song is there, man. Look, man, I know it's an intro theme song, but hey, it's one of the best intro. I want y'all to make the Breezy This, Breezy That intro theme song just as prominent as Shaft. Do-do-do, 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 do. I played it last night at a show, so it's in my head. But I want y'all to do that. And the only way we could do that is if you guys download it, stream it, and share it. I think sharing is more important than actually downloading and streaming. So make sure you guys go to do that. Again, man, on the YouTube channel, make sure you guys hit that like button. Don't forget to leave a comment. I'm a little backed up on commenting back to the comments or replying to the comments, but I'll definitely get on that when I get some downtime. And don't forget, subscribe to the channel. All right, so smash that thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. There's the link right there at the bottom. And I want to say thank you, a round of applause to everybody that actually listens to the show, to watch the show. And some people get the recap of the show. They don't want to rewatch it or whatever. They go listen to it. Listen, the show is going to be immediately available within the next 30 minutes, right after the show, right on your favorite podcasting platform. So again, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, and some of the other top-notch podcasting platforms. You can actually find the show there. So make sure you go ahead and subscribe. Leave a rating. That's super important. I'm getting emails saying that the WayneBreezie show is moving on up. You know, we're getting our Jeffersons on. So I got to give you guys the shout out for that. And last but not least, we had a great year here on the Patreon. And I want to get your feedback from those that are Patreon members, because I'm trying to figure out what we can do to continue to push the Patreon and move forward. It's definitely one of those what do you social clubs that you have to be subscribed to get into, but it's really cool. And I'm gonna tap into those that are in that legends tier. We're gonna plan some things for those coming in the new year. So definitely check out the patreon.com/WayneBreezie. And last but not least, we got to give a shout out to the sponsor of the show. All right, there they are, Residency. Now they don't make a Christmas hat, so I'm rocking my Christmas Santa hat, but shout out to Residency. Make sure you go there, www.residency.com. Use the promo code SFBreezy and save on your purchase today. All right, save on your purchase today. All right, let's get this show crack-a-lackin'. What did I miss? Because when I'm doing that, I can't really see what's going on in the chat. So let me go ahead and scroll back up. Now we're going to talk about the question for today's show is going to be simply this. And when you guys call in, you're going to chime in. So I'm going to do my best to not persuade you on what I think. I really want to see what you guys think. Did the 49ers have any players snubbed from the Pro Bowl list? And I see you guys already talking about it. Now, I know they say we should be grateful, but before we even tap into the Pro Bowl, I just want to put that question out there, because when you call in, that's what I want you to respond to that question. All right. Let's talk about the latest in NFL news. Check it out, man. Sunday Ticket got a new home. Hallelujah. Come on, everybody. Praise them, because DirecTV was getting on my darn nerves. Like they were just getting on my nerves, and I just couldn't do it. I got rid of DirecTV like 3 years ago, and I was just like, no more. It was highway robbery. Now, Google is the owner of Sunday Ticket, and they're going to be filtering it out to all the different platforms, YouTube TV, so many different types of platforms that you can probably get the Sunday Ticket on. So I want to give a round of applause to Google, which round of applause to Google for finally stepping up to the plate, putting their money where their mouth is, or money, how you say it, money where the mouth where the money, I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say. And relieving DirecTV from the rights for the NFL rights. So starting in 2023, it should be a tad bit cheaper. Now, this also affects the salary cap. So the salary caps are going to go up for teams, which means, guess what? The 49ers are going to have a little bit more money to spend. Other NFL news, and I know people want to talk about it because they got the alerts today. All right. Now, I'm no. We said that the 49ers, you remember there was an episode this week. It was not Hollywood Shuffle. It was, did anybody get that movie right? Sorry, before I go back. It wasn't Hollywood Shuffle. Great movie, though. Robert Townsend. See, I know my movies. I don't see it. Hey, my man, what it look like? Hey, my man, what it look like? Hey, my man. What it look? Y'all don't remember that movie? Nobody got it. I don't see it in the chat. Damn it, Gene. Come on, Gina, get it right. I don't see it. All right, so here it is. It was The Last Dragon. Remember when Bruce Leroy was trying to disguise himself and go knock on the door with the Daddy Green's pizza? He had to get his voice right. You know what I'm saying? He had to. There it is, 49er Jeff. There it is, my brothers from another mother. Let's go. All right, so that's what it was. Bruce Leroy was trying to get his voice right, man. My man Timax. So yeah, he said the ladies' man. No, it wasn't the ladies' man. It wasn't Leon Phelps. What was that? Was that his name in the ladies' man? Guys, I could talk movies all day. You did say that I didn't see it as I was saying it. Then I saw it pop up, bro. Then I had to give you the credit. So yeah, appreciate you. But nah, let's get back to Jalen Hurts because Jalen Hurts is hurt. We talked about this, and remember on that episode, it was called Number One Spot. I don't know if you remember that episode, but we did it this week. And we talked about the 49ers somehow before everybody else moving into that number one spot. So I tell you what, the 49ers have an opportunity. They win. My man Travis King is in the building. What's good, fam? They win on Saturday. If the Eagles lose, you know what I'm saying? Now, it's almost impossible for them to get that number one spot, right? The Eagles would have to lose all 3 games, which would put them at 4 losses, which would tie the 49ers, which means they would have to win all 3 games. But how freaking dope would that be if the 49ers found a way to end up with the number one spot? And I'm telling you, it ties into the following episode, which was called Coach of the Year. Because if Kyle Shanahan somehow figures out how to manipulate that, he don't get Coach of the Year, I riot. I riot by my damn self. I have no problems rioting. You know what I'm saying? I'll do it peacefully. I think you can do it peacefully. I'll figure it out. But I will riot the NFL. I promise you. Or the Associated Press. I think so we have to blame for that. It's not the NFL. But I'm just trying to say, like, that's what you got to look forward to if the 49ers, all they got to do is continue to play the style of football that they've been playing, and they have a chance to come for that number one spot. Now, listen, I don't like talking about people being injured. But for a change, it's good to not necessarily talk about 49er players getting injured. Now, Jalen Hurts has the shoulder injury, all right? He didn't have any type of surgery or whatnot, I don't believe. So he's going to probably, just try to wait it out, rest it out. But he's not going to play. And I see my man Ronnie in the building. Ronnie Montoya says, hey, Breezie, I watched the video. You picked the Eagles to win. I did. I still think they're a better team than the Cowboys. And I feel like the Cowboys might do something to lose the game. So with or without Hurts, I feel like the Eagles can still win. But I tell you what, we need the Cowboys to sit there and come out and do what they need to do. The Cowboys need to go out there. Damn it, I can't believe I'm saying this junk right now. These are not the words that are coming out of my mouth. I need the Cowboys to beat the Eagles. I don't mean that, though. I don't even want that. I don't want the Cowboys to win, period. Ooh, that's a deep question. How many number one seeds won the Super Bowl? It's a great question. But they also though, but Kenny, that's a great question. But I tell you what though, how many teams ended up doing what the 49ers did to get the number one spot? It's a little different. Like, it's not like they played and cruised at the number one spot all season long. So I think it would be just a slight bit of a difference. If they ended up with the number one spot, I think they will find a way to win that Super Bowl. Does that make any sense to you guys out there? It's because it's not like they cruised at that number one spot all year long. They've been fighting, they're in the number 3 spot. They kind of got it locked in, but if the 49ers could finish in the number 1 spot, I'd take my chances and say that they would win that Super Bowl because they went and took the number 1 spot. It's one thing of like just cruise controlling it and just being in the number 1 spot, but when you go and take it from somebody, that's like a bully. right? It's like being a bully. I think the 49ers are just bullies right now. They need to continue playing bully football at the end of the day, and I think they'll be fine. So that's some latest in NFL news. Okay, I just wanted to put that out there. Jalen Hurts um, is not going to play on Saturday. Gardner Minshew will get the start. Okay, and so yeah, it is what it is. But look, the 49ers do have a game coming up on Saturday as well at 4:05 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then they just need to do what they need to do. I'm going to be doing a Keys of Victory video very shortly. It'll be out hopefully by tomorrow. So it'll probably release at midnight tonight so it can get some play. Make sure when you guys see that video, check out my Keys to Victory. I've really got some different ways and keys for the 49ers to kind of like, just continue to cruise and be on top. So make sure you guys check that out. And the article will be out. It should be released hopefully tomorrow as well. So the article will be out as well. Dion put out the stat 25 out of 46, number one. So that's about half, like more than half, actually. So it's not bad. That's so statisticians would take that, they would take that number. They would be like, oh yeah, man, the probability says, hey man, it's more than 50% of number one seeds win the Super Bowl. So there's always a way of them not it not happening, but hey, the probability says, the percentage says, hey, more than 50%. So you usually go that route. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. All right, here we go. Let's talk about the Pro Bowl real quick. Well, you guys know the latest in roster moves. Okay, you guys know the 49ers opened up the practice window for the two defensive tackles. Javon Kinlaw actually practiced yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Round of applause, man. It was limited, but he got some practice in. I thought that was cool. Will he play this Sunday? That's a Saturday. That's a whole different question, but he got some practice in, and so it's really cool to see that. Khalil Davis also practiced a little bit. But the Trace Willing, we're going to see how that manifests. I just want to do a quick reminder. It's nothing new. We talked about it yesterday. As far as the practice report, these are the players that did not practice: Jimmy Garoppolo, Kevin Givens, Tarvarius Moore, and Deebo Samuel. They were limited in practice. All right, so these are some of the guys that were out there that were limited: Kerry Hyder, CMC, Brock Purdy, Ambry Thomas, Mooney Ward, and then you had your full practice guys: Danny Gray, Trent Williams, and Samuel Womack. This is per Matt Mayoko as well. So you had your guys that didn't practice. Deebo Samuel didn't practice. Tarvarius Moore, Kevin Givens, Jimmy Garoppolo. Deebo was out there, but he didn't do practice. He probably did some small individual drills. The Tarvarius Moore one, who didn't practice yesterday, that's one I would circle and highlight. A lot of people don't really understand Tarvarius Moore's role, but he does, and when we look at special teams, that's something that we want to definitely own in on, because special teams is what's going to help us get to the championship. And I know that because there's a Pro Bowler, there's a special teamer, as a player on the 49ers that actually made this Pro Bowl to play special teams. And that lets you know that there's been some, the special teams has an upgrade, right? Because I can't remember the last time there's been a skilled position player that's made the special teams for the 49ers. You get what I'm saying? And so it is what it is. But yeah, look, KD has a question. Did 49ers ever say the exact injury to Purdy, crack, strain, or broken? It was it was an oblique. It was a strained oblique. It wasn't his ribs. He had a strained oblique. So that's a muscle, right? Strain in the muscle of the obliques, which is in your abdomen area. So we talked about that a couple of episodes ago. I don't remember it was anything for his ribs or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it was a strained oblique. So Purdy said he felt good, though. You listened to him yesterday, he said he felt good. Purdy had some really interesting things to say. I tell you, one humbled cat, man. But he's so confident. If you listen to Brock Purdy, you hear that he like this confidence in him. Listen, man, I just want to win. I don't care if it's me, whoever, blah, blah, blah. He paid his respects to Jimmy and Trey Lance, but he said we're all different, shoot. We're not the same. We run the same system, but we all different. Yo, Purdy different. Yeah, Purdy's different, yo. Beware of Purdy. He different, yo. I'm sitting there listening to this kid. I'm like, okay, is it cocky? Is it confidence? I don't know what it is, but I love it. And I need him to keep it, because at this point, 3 games left, and then playoffs. Now you're asking this kid to go in there and win in a game in the playoffs. Let's see if he can finish strong and win you 3 more games. That would be woo, you know. We'll deal with whatever we got to deal with in the offseason, you know. Pro Bowl selections, 2023 Pro Bowl selections. We had 6 players. Round of applause to the 6 players. Yeah, man, I'm excited. Look, I'm excited. There's some players on here that I thought would have made it as starters, but they didn't. Talanoa Hufanga, though, Nick Bosa, Trent Williams, Kyle Juszczyk, Fred Warner, and George Kittle. These are like all pro candidates in my opinion. Even Hufanga. I think Hufanga's been playing really, really great football. Congratulations to this young guy who actually made the Pro Bowl in his 2nd season. First year starting, 2nd season in the NFL. Another round of applause for Hufanga, man. That kid is. I feel like I don't have a t-shirt. T-shirt, get it? Anyway, yes. Let's talk about the alternates. Okay. 2023 Pro Bowl alternates. I'm gonna give the mother freaking round of applause because I see Jake Brendle's name up there. My head don't even itch. Hey, it is what it is. Jake Brendle? Okay, we'll talk about it. You guys can talk about this. Jake Brendle, okay. Robbie Gould, yeah, I could dig it. Christian McCaffrey, put a circle around that one. Ray McLeod, congratulations to Ray, man. Comes in to the 49ers, makes the Pro Bowl as an alternate. His first year, been great on special teams. I've been trying to highlight that Ray has been really good in the kickoff return game. He's like top 5. It's crazy, right? Let me see if I can pull up those stats. Let's go here. ESPN. That ain't it. All right. So I think the returning I think the return stats, I think the 49ers are like top 5. All right. So I'm just gonna check for you guys. You know, that's what I do. Let's do returning. All right, so we're not top 5. And average, we used to be though, but the average, we're probably middle of the pack. So we're averaging like 20, 22 and a half on kickoffs, and then the average for so it's in punts. I'm sorry. So punting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Top 10, 11.1 yards. And here's the cool thing. We play Washington this weekend, and Washington is closer to the bottom, right? So Washington's closer to the bottom. So we're top 10 in punt returns. We're averaging like 11.1 yards. This kid is going to be a problem, but yeah. Deebo Samuel. Should we scratch our head about the Deebo? I mean, I love Deebo, but I don't know if we should scratch our head about it because I mean he missed several games. But I tell you what, he's Mooney Ward. You should circle that name. Mitch Wishnowsky, and there's a name not on this list. There's a name not on this list. Okay, and I believe that's what this show is going to be about. I could feel it when you guys call in. There's a name not even on the alternates list. His name is Dre Greenlaw. Okay, and I'm confused how Dre Greenlaw wasn't even on the list. Now it could be because he's overshadowed by Fred Warner, but they're 2 different linebacking positions. And why can't the 49ers whole linebacking core make it? I get why Azeez Al-Shaair wouldn't make it. He doesn't see the field enough. Right? We play a lot of nickel. But Greenlaw's on the field, and Greenlaw leads the team in tackles. What are we talking about here? You know? I'm confused on why he's not on here. Like I want to get to the individual stats so I can kind of have a better understanding of, defensive leaders. So when you look at total tackles, I know Dre Greenlaw is 16th on the list at 111, but that's in the NFL, guys. Dre Greenlaw is number 16 in the NFL. 16. Like safeties, other positions. That's my point. It's other position. He's 16th. I don't know. I'm not sure why he's not even on the list. It's a little bit I don't know, it's kind of confusing. Salvador says, fans, we failed Dre Greenlaw. I wonder, well, did we? Because I'm confused about the fan votes opposed to the actual votes, Salvador, because if you looked, Christian McCaffrey, didn't he lead the running backs in votes and fan votes? He got snubbed, don't you think? He got snubbed. Niner Cali Boy has a great question. Is Greenlaw having a better season than All Pro Fred? Greenlaw's having an All Pro season, bro. Am I wrong? Or let me go through his stats. Okay, again, like the majority of the players with the most tackles are linebackers. So when you look at the linebackers list, you got the kid out of Jacksonville. Then you got Jordan Brooks. We played Jordan Brooks in Seattle, 149. Rashawn Evans, 144. Zaire Franklin, Nick Bolton out of Kansas City, CJ Mosley out of New York. You got to remember, like these guys, though, I bet you if you ask if can they cover, I bet you don't get that. I don't know what goes into it, but if you ask me where Fred Warner is on this list, he's 31. So Greenlaw's 16 and Warner's 15 spots below in tackles. That's just tackling. Overall, you got to add in the sacks, the interceptions. I mean, some of these linebackers got sacks. God, dog. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I just wanted to see like where Greenlaw lined up because I'm trying to figure out how to. I'm just a little confused how he wasn't even an alternate. But to answer your question, I feel like he is having a better season than All Pro Fred, and I think All Pro Fred is having a great mother freaking season. But I think Greenlaw is having a better season. It's just it is what it is. I got two contributions I want to get to real quick. And in about 3 minutes, we're gonna open up the phone lines. We're gonna try to get the phone lines working. You know how it be, computer glitches and stuff like that. It should work properly. I was trying to play sound effects. I said y'all couldn't hear them, so there's a possibility you won't be able to hear them when they call, but we'll try to get it working right. Matter of fact, let me just see if y'all can hear these sound effects because they're coming from my browser. And I wanted to see maybe if I needed to have restart the computer, and maybe that's why y'all couldn't hear them. So let's go ahead and get some type of uh were you guys able to hear the cat holiday thingy? I don't know if you guys were able to hear the cat holiday thingy. Thumbs up if you did. If you didn't, okay, no problem. But I'm still gonna try this phone line thing because it's through the internet browser. Dion said he can hear it, so that's dope. So I got that working. I think the phone line is gonna work properly. Oh my god, there was something I was supposed to star. I got to go back up and check in the chat. Somebody says something. It was after you, Niner Cali boy. Where was it? We'll have a lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. Now that song's gonna be in my head. I don't know where it is. I don't see it, but I tell you what, I'm looking at this list. I don't know how Jake Brendel's on this list out of all the centers, but this means something dope. What's going on, B? This means something crazy. That means Jake Brendel's having a damn good year. I will no longer talk about the San Francisco 49ers offensive line. Never again will you hear this come out of my mouth about the San Francisco 49ers offensive line because clearly I don't know. I can't. I don't. I clearly don't know it. I don't know. I don't understand it. Robbie Gold, I can respect. Christian McCaffrey, we got to circle that because when I look at the running backs, Christian McCaffrey leads all running backs in like all-purpose yards. Isn't that the stat that's out there? Saquon Barkley's the guy that made it, and he has better stats than Saquon Barkley. How does he get snubbed? He's an alternate, but how is he not the number one guy? Look at the 49ers and then look at the Giants. Does the record factor in? Because if it does, how is Christian McCaffrey not the starting running back for the Pro Bowl in the NFC? See, we got some questions. These are my questions to you. All right. Now, again, congratulations to the Pro Bowl selection players. This is not a shot at them. I'm not. Listen, he knew Nick Bosa was going to make it. Trent Williams better make it. As long as he played football, he should be in there. Kyle Juszczyk is always going to be the greatest fullback in the game. I don't even like calling him a fullback. He's just a weapon. Fred Warner, congratulations. George Kittle's the best damn tight end to play football right now, in football right now. Not to play football. There's been some really good tight ends over the years of tight ends, but George Kittle is the best all around. He is what a tight end is supposed to be, not just your pass catching tight end. It's not a shot at Travis Kelce or those guys, but Kittle is the all around what you want. Mooney Ward, I don't know if we saw enough of him, Maui. Now, hear me out, because you're going to be mad at me for saying this. I don't know if the league feels they've seen enough of Mooney Ward. When you look at Mooney Ward, right, he is a lockdown corner back, right? But you only see it if you watch the 49ers, because he's not putting up the interceptions. He's not putting up all these different types of things. You get what I'm saying? So, like, his numbers or his numbers don't reflect how great he is, but you said this, he's had the biggest impact as a free agent for the 49ers. Without Mooney Ward, the 49ers aren't in the position that they're in. His impact is that great to the 49ers football team, bro. He has that great of an impact. Look at where the 49ers were last year. We were band-aiding pieces together in that cornerback position. Last year, bro, it was Josh Norman. Don't look at me. And other players that were pieced together, okay? Pieced together to keep the cornerback role. And we went to the NFC Championship, man. You feel me? Like, we went there with a piece together secondary. There's no way in hell you're telling me last year's secondary is better overall. And I don't mean just cornerbacks. I'm talking about safeties, cornerbacks. There's no way last year's secondary is better than this year's secondary. Look, Jaquiski Tartt was good in my book, but damn it, the dude dropped the game-winning pick. And let's call it like it is. He know what he did. Tartt, you dropped the interception and you cost the 49ers the game. It's okay. It's okay. I forgive you. Others might not. I do. I'm not going to hold it against you. I watch players drop stuff. I mean, damn, how many times have great players just made a mistake? It happens. It happens. He said, don't look at me, bubbly. Because y'all know I like Josh Norman. For some reason, I just liked him. You know what it was? I was so, with Josh Norman, I followed him to the time he came into the league. He was a fighter, literally. He fought OBJ, fought a couple of wide receivers in the league. But I loved it. I loved that. He was a scrapper, right? And he also knew how to create turnovers. He just was terrible in coverage, man. He was terrible in coverage, bro. Terrible in coverage. Jan says, nah, screw that. They both was trash. Norman was trash. Kirkpatrick was trash. Norman was trash. Last year's secondary was bad. This year's secondary, okay. You go back, you reflect. I did not say be mad at Tartt. I just said I forgive him. Like John says, I can forgive, but I'm not going to forget. No one will forget that. The pick was in his hand. The game was over. We run the ball out. We closed the game out. Okay, so Black Boy is saying, all right, so I don't want to have this conversation, bro, but yeah, I understand your thought process on this. But you get that interception and you run the goddamn ball. You close the game out. So you could say that it didn't cause it, but I'm going to say with 9 minutes left, we watched Kyle Shanahan close out games. And you're right. The offense was struggling to score. Jimmy Garoppolo was injured, but we're talking about momentum. You ever heard of that word? You get that interception, you almost suck the life out of the fans, that team. And the only way the 49ers probably would have lost that game was if they made the mistake. Now the 49ers still had an opportunity, you know what I'm saying? And no one's saying that they would have scored, bro. I didn't ask him to score. I asked him to find 9 minutes of football to figure out a way to, to do something with it. It is what it is. We lost the game. He can't drop that interception. No one should drop that interception. Yeah. We put up 17 points, bro. They only put up 20. What you saying? They won by a field goal. So at the end of the day, like, I'm not blaming just one player, but you got to catch that ball. You catch that ball, it just as much as you saying we don't know, well, you catch the ball, it could have been in the 49ers' favor, right? You catch the ball, change momentum, blah, 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 whatever, whatever, whatever. We stopped running the ball, actually, Ayo, because Debo was killing in that game. And if you remember that game correctly, they stopped giving him the damn ball. And when you look and go onto the sideline, you watch Debo crying like a baby. It was because they didn't give him the damn ball. Like, they didn't figure Debo out. They did take away the run. I don't think they could figure Debo. The Rams can't figure Debo out. Go and look up Debo Samuel's stats against the Rams. Just go look at them. They're consistently the same. They can't figure him out. That I don't know why Kyle changed it. Kansas City didn't figure him out in the Super Bowl either, but we just decided to change it. Look, all I'm gonna say is he's got to catch the damn ball. That's it. So if you guys want to say that didn't lose the game, that's fine. It's totally fine. It's a team sport. The team lost in the discussion. Not gonna argue with you. All right, let's open up these phone lines. All right. So here we go. The number is 475-549-7849. I want to hear from you guys. All right. The question of the day. The question of the day. All right. You already. Let's get Terradome on. Terradome, what's going on, baby? You on the WayneBreezie show, baby. Yes, I got to turn that volume down. I didn't realize it was that much. Mhm. Uninterrupted. I like that. So did the 49ers have any players snubbed from the Pro Bowl list? And I'm sure we're gonna get a lot of answers. If you give me one player you feel like that may have been snubbed from this Pro Bowl list, I know we should be grateful. We got 6 selections, 6 players, and if the 49ers make the Super Bowl, ain't none of them playing anyway. But I think it's just the fact that the 49ers probably should have more. So give me a player. If you feel like any player got snubbed, who was that player? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Oh, they said that they can't hear you. Damn, dag nabbit. Hold on. I'm gonna try to fix this. Keep talking. All right. So you're talking right now. I see the volume. Okay. And I'm trying to figure out why they can't hear you. So hold on. I'm on it. I'm on it, guys. I'm on it. I promise. I'm on it. So I got the mixer. I got it. Yep, I'm seeing it. No volume. I'm on it. Link system. I tell you what, yo, they can't. It's not that they can't hear you because of the volume. It's more like your feed isn't going through my system, and so that is trying to figure out. So let me see. Yes, that you already know that's the alternate. So that's where we're gonna go. I want to get this fixed. So hold on one second. Tell me, just keep talking. Let's see if they can hear you now. Now you're looking at the chat. I'm not looking at. Can you guys hear them now? Nope, they still can't hear you. All right. So guess what? The link is on its way. You ready? All right, here it comes. All right, brother. Peace. I don't know what's wrong with the browser thing. It was clearly working. You guys were able to hear the music, same browser. I don't know if something's wrong with that particular browser. I really don't give two flying cares. What I'm going to do is put this link up in here and we're going to go on the old fashioned way. So I tell you what, bam, there's the link. All right. First few people that come on here, we here for another 20 minutes. So there it is. All right. Click on the link. Did the 49ers have any players snub from the list? About to throw the browser in the trash can. That's exactly what I'm about to do. All right, there it is. So weird. So weird. He says Breezy got solo cups. That is too funny. Terradome, what's going on, Bishop?
Did he say solo cups?
That's what they said. They said Breezy got the solo cups. You know what I'm
All right.
saying? And I'm like, what you know about them red cups? And they better be red, not blue.
When the ones you had in college.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Maui, yes, this is a Groove Life 49er ring, bro. Yes, it is. All right, so we got some people in the background. Y'all hold on, stay there. We got Terradome in here right now. I got to get your thoughts on this. Did the 49ers have any players snubbed from the Pro Bowl list? You were starting to say something, so let's get it.
Breezy, the elephant in the room, the big pink elephant wearing roller skates, is the great Dre Greenlaw.
Okay.
Come on, my people, my people, my people. How can you not have the leading tackler on perhaps the best defense since the 2002 Tampa Bay Buccaneers not on your Pro Bowl list for the NFC for 2022 2023? Breezy, let me go ahead and throw a little bit at you, if you will allow me, about 60 to 90 seconds.
You got it.
This is something that we have been dealing with as 49er fans. You're a little younger. I'm about 10 years your senior, but way back in the 80s, this is something called East Coast bias. A long time ago, the Dallas Cowboys should geographically be in the central time zone, or should be in the NFC West. But the reason why they stay in the NFC East is because they 2 times a year play the biggest media capitals of the world, being New York and Washington, D.C. That's where all the sports writers hang out, and that's why they endear themselves as America's team. It was a very genius move by then Tex Stram to stay in the NFC East to make sure their team was taking advantage of the media so much. And you might see a lot of Dallas Cowboys get a lot of pub, and they're always on ESPN, and they're always on Fox, and they always get Hall of Fame votes, and they always get their games always are on, and things of that nature. Sometimes the 49ers take a hit, and we know great players should have gotten a lot of stuff, because I'm telling you right now, you can't have great Joe Montana and great Jerry Rice and not have people like Jesse Sapolo that should be in the Hall of Fame. You should have people like Guy McIntyre that should be in the Hall of Fame. You should have people like Travis Barton that should be in the Hall of Fame. You know what you did, sports writers. You know you're doing it right now. But it's okay. God has made a way. I want Dre Greenlaw, and I hope you're looking right now. Put that chip on your shoulder and replace it with a championship. They can't deny it when you put that ring on your finger. You're going to see me some kind of way. And I want you to take that snub, and I want you to take it to heart. And I want you to unleash hell. Unleash hell on them for the next 3 regular season games and the next 3 games after this regular season, all the way through February, all the way through when we see them in Glendale, Arizona. They're going to know your name, and they're going to remember you every time, and with every hit, and with every coverage, and with every interception, and with every forced fumble. They're going to know your name, and they're going to remember your name. Because I seen Fred Warner, he put you on as well, man. It was some press conferences, and Fred said, hey, you know, I'm balling out. Y'all know me. But my man Fred, hey, my man Dre Greenlaw, hey, he's doing some big things out here. I'm not gonna blow Fred Warner's candle out to make Dre shine more. No, Fred's candle is near and dear. It's shining itself. Y'all should have picked up on Dre Greenlaw. Secondly, let me get to this real quick. Sports writers and all these pundits on ESPN and Fox and CBS Sports and these people who do the drafts and all of this stuff, who think they know football up and down, they don't know. They are not as good as the content creators that you got that's sitting to my left and your right on your screen right now. As 49er fans, I want y'all to appreciate people like WayneBreezie, people like Josh Putnam, people like Johnny Dale, people like John Chapman, people who spend time in intimate knowledge with real talk, Niner talks, who look at film over and over and constantly analyze nitty gritty Niners, nothing but Niners. We look at this film up and down, and we know these teams. We go back and study and look at it into intimate knowledge through and through. These people on ESPN, they looking at 32 teams, and they don't know bear coverage from over coverage. They don't know cover 2. They don't know cover 6. They don't know marble coverage. They don't know buzz. They don't know sky coverage. They don't know cloud coverage. They don't know what it takes. They don't know what it is to make a champion. And another thing, we got Brock Purdy out there. They chose him 262. But I'm telling you what I know to a man. That thing you see, that moxie you see, that thing that's coming off of him is an anointing. That young man's got something that you can't quite put your finger on. It's something that's different about him. It's something, a toughness, a je ne sais quoi, my French friends call it. That's an anointing. That's something different. It's something different about D'Amico Ryan. It's something different about him. What is that? Is it a certain thing he learned? No. Some people are just touched. They're touched by your Lord, and it's coming through. And it's the season. It's the reason for this season. It's not all about getting a gift. It's not all about a Christmas tree and some lights and Santa coming down a chimney. Oh, no. There was one that came into this world, and the Bible says he became flesh and dwelt amongst us. Some people are touched. I represent the FBI. Firm believer in Jesus. I'm leaving y'all for today. Merry Christmas to each and every one of you. God bless you, and God bless the San Francisco 49ers. Y'all keep banging.
Y'all better get your dance on. Come on. Woo! I tell you what. I just needed the break. Woo! Pick them up. Come on. All right, we're gonna leave it right there. Woo, man.
Hallelujah.
Hey.
Hallelujah.
Hey.
God bless you. God bless you.
We gotta fix. Man, look, I tell you what, I'm gonna hit you up after the show. We gotta.
Amen.
Sometimes people need to hear it that way. I needed that. That was a revelation in my life that I needed to hear. So I just want to tell you, thank you, brother. I appreciate you. Merry Christmas and happy holidays to you and your beautiful family, bro.
Amen. Merry Christmas to everybody.
Thank you, brother.
Merry Christmas to you, my brother.
Appreciate you. That I'm gonna bring on the other guys very shortly. Big Des, thank you for the super chat contribution. I appreciate you, bro. Greenlaw, and it fits to that everything that he just said, because Bishop Terradome says, hey, Dre, put the chip, that chip right there. Put that chip on your shoulder and play for the other chip, which is the championship or ship or however you want to say it. You know what I'm saying? Big Des came out and just said, hey, I tell you what, though, Greenlaw gonna go get that snub back in blood. Watch. Somebody getting lit up on Saturday, bro. And it ain't their fault. It's not their fault. It won't be anybody on the Commander's fault. Somebody getting lit up. I could feel it. I can feel it. Listen, I know we have people out there ready to get on. Let me get my brother Dion on. I see everybody's out there working and driving, man. I appreciate you, bro, for hanging in there, man. But I needed that praise break, man. That was whew.
Look, man, I look. it I hate going on at the Terror Dome. I truthfully hate it. I can't stand it because I don't know how to follow it up. It's trial and error.
Mm.
But Brother Terror Dome got me, feeling the spirit in the morning. So my message to Dre Greenlaw is gonna be this. It's gonna be very simple. There's a song we used to sing back in the day in the black church, and I think you know it.
Mhm.
It's called This Little Light of Mine.
Mhm.
I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. And that's
Mhm.
what Drake Greenlaw gonna do. He gonna make y'all pay for snubbing him out that Pro Bowl. See, that's why I was saying in the chat, man, the Pro Bowl is a popularity vote. That's basically what it is. The fans vote for the popular guys that they know, the names that they continually hear year in and year out. Now, the 49er fans, as much of us as there are, we could vote for Dre Greenlaw all we want. At the end of the day, it's still a ton of there are a ton of other people that are casual football fans that will vote for other things. Vote for other players, should I say, and they'll keep them going. But I don't like the fact that Dre got snubbed, but I do agree with Bishop Terradome that he's gonna make him pay for that. Somebody gonna get hurt, and in a good way. You're just gonna get that world rock. You're gonna catch that ball, and Dre Greenlaw gonna hit you up and make you realize that no matter how many times y'all snub me from the Pro Bowl, don't stop my shine, man. So we out here, doing it, and some of the usual suspects in the Pro Bowl, to quote the late great DMX, y'all been eating long enough now. Stop being greedy. You know what I'm saying? There he is. That's that dog in it, man. That's my guy. And yeah, me and Mike gotta have a talk. I'm still upset with him for having the blasphemy, the unmitigated gall to say that Joe Budden is a better rhymer than DMX. I don't know what he was smoking, but yeah, he out his mind on that one. Joe
We
Budden is
must
not better
didn't
than
hear
DMX.
many of X's freestyles. I think that's
Bro,
what.
he told me that DMX was his favorite rapper. So there's no excuse for you crowning Joe Budden and you telling me X is favorite. Period. We ain't gonna get on music because we go on. Breezy, I know you have a musical background and we go on music for years and years and years.
I got to
But
do something musical in the off season for the Patreon, so we could start something.
oh yeah,
You know,
and I'm definitely with it. So, but for me, man, it's I look at it like this: these last three games are all about positioning. It's about seeding. So if our seeding by some freak of nature chance becomes locked in and it cannot be changed, yo, bro, put these backups in. Let these dudes get that action. Put Womack in. You know what I'm saying? Tell them get out there, go get the ball. Put the guys in that haven't been getting time. If
but
the seeding is set.
but it's not said.
No. I'm saying like say we come up against Arizona and
Mhm.
it's set. No matter win or lose, it does not change
Okay,
anything.
okay, I got you.
That's what I mean. Like
Okay.
this, that's when you go ahead and put them in there, man. Let them dudes get their time and let them go out there and show up and show out. And I guarantee you, it's gonna be some surprises. And the
Mm.
beauty of that is we get more Jordan Mason because that's the dude that we need to get out there and get more touches. If he mixes Mason in more to spell CMC, oh, we're gonna be right. And my advice for Mr. Kinlaw, glad that you feel good, glad that you're ready. But I'd honestly would leave Kinlaw alone. I'd let him keep practicing and tell him you ain't going to the playoffs. I know you want to get out there, but you ain't going to the playoffs. Don't worry about it. We're gonna keep you rolling because I think about it like this: if I can get the playoffs out of Kinlaw, then I got some kind of return on my investment. But if you put him out there these couple of games and he starts to get bothering with him, flares up again, and he's back out, that tells you something. I honestly think Kyle Shanahan is done with Kinlaw
Okay.
just based off of his mannerisms and how he acted. he basically said in that press conference, he got to put the pads on and see what happens. That's all we need from him right now. So for me, that tells me, hey, look, man, you want to keep playing in the NFL, you better show us something remarkable. You know what I'm saying? And yes, you got to kick the rust off. I understand you, Callie. You got to kick the rust off, but rotating man and keep him the limited snaps. If that's the case, don't put him out there a lot. You don't want that knee to bother him or flare up at any point. And hopefully we see a little bit of what we saw in that first game. But for me, I feel like these last 3 games are very winnable. We can definitely beat Washington. We can beat Arizona. And then who's the other team?
Raiders.
The Raiders, yeah. And I'll be out there. I'm finna meet Breezy, people. I'm gonna meet Breezy at that Raider game, dang it. I'm gonna meet my man. We gonna take a picture. Shit, I might just go live right then and there and tell y'all I met the man and met the legend.
Let's do it.
What I'm saying? But yeah, man, I think these last 3 games are winnable. I think the Greenlaw definitely is gonna play with that chip on the shoulder, as Terra Dome so eloquently stated. And I don't see any reason that we can't go out here and keep punching these teams dead in the mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I love Trey Lance, and this is his team to me. I've never changed. I'm not wavering on that. But Brock Purdy is making it damn hard for there not to be a possibility of a QB competition come this offseason. He's making it hard. If Brock Purdy wins these final 3 games, yeah, we got a problem. It's a good problem, but we got a problem because this goes back to Jimmy. You know what I'm saying? When Kyle was like, let's rotate him in and out, everybody was like, no, not working. Don't like it. Don't do it. And he stopped. He would throw him in certain situations or only when he had to, but they could do the same thing for Brock. They could look and go, man, look, Brock took us through the playoffs, bro. Now we ain't get the chip, but I'm just saying the kid looked good. And he's had the game reps. We don't know what we're getting with Trey Lance. Outside of a big arm and just a touch more athleticism, that's the only real advantage when you look at it from that standpoint. Purdy ain't throwing 80-yard bombs. That's not going to happen. Trey Lance can. Trey Lance has a little bit more athleticism than Purdy, but Purdy still got enough to get the job done. And things will look good. But we are all waiting for Purdy to face adversity. Hey, we down 2 TDs, man. Defense ain't playing as top notch as they have been all year. Can we see something from it? You know what I'm saying? And that's basically what we're trying to do. We want to see him. We want to honestly keep the games the way they've been going, so we don't have to have him face adversity at all. Mm-hmm. But you would like to see it just as a test to see if he can pass that. Like, all right, look, man, we were up, now we down. A touchdown, 2 touchdowns. Can you dig us out of that hole? We got enough time. Defense, go out there and ball out, and we'll do the rest. That's probably the only test that you're really looking for from Brock Purdy. And I know everybody says the whole, 4 games and everybody can figure you out. At the end of the day, man, you got to figure out Kyle Shanahan and what he's doing. And nobody knows what's in that man's head. I can tell you that right now. I love Kyle to death, but man, that dude, he's on a whole nother level. And I just think that, if he opens the playbook a little bit more to allow some more Jordan Mason, I think that's where our run game can take over. And you can chill even more on Brock. I mean, hell, the man started, 11 of 11 versus Seattle? So I ain't got no problems with that. Look, man, at the end of the day, the number one thing you want for your quarterback is not to screw it up. Don't mess it up. Go out there, execute the game plan to the best of your ability, and keep it rolling. I love that Kittle had a great game. You know what I'm saying? And I think that this next game versus the Commanders, it is going to be a defensive battle. I feel like that. I feel like that's coming. I feel like this might be one of our games where this might be a 12-9. You know what I mean? Defense, the Commanders' defense ain't nothing to scoff at. It's pretty good. And if Chase Young makes his return, he's definitely going to be wanting to get after the quarterback. So we'll see what happens. But I believe in us. I believe in this team. The only reason I disagree with you as far as the whole Tart situation really quick was just because there was 9 minutes. And I don't know if we could have ran the ball for 9 minutes and did what we needed to do. That was my only issue.
Oh
with
yeah,
that.
it was a ton of time. Let's see.
Yeah,
This year we had a 9-minute drive. We won the game.
yeah.
I just feel like Kyle Shanahan's game plan is like, okay, think about how Kyle Shanahan is mentally as a coach, right?
Yeah.
And when he has a lead, he's gonna do what he can to protect it, opposed to continuing to add keep your foot on the gas. He's more of a protector.
Yeah.
And so I know
he
9
is.
minutes is a long time, like it's a long time, but it would have been an interception. It would have been a short field.
Mm.
It would have been easier for the 49ers to probably put up some type of points.
At least a field goal.
Field goals. And then you come back and revisit it. You give your defense a break, and then you come back and revisit it again. We all knew the offense was struggling.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying he was the reason why we lost, but he catches that ball. It changes up the game.
It helps. Yes. I see where you was going with that. It helps. Believe me, it helps. But like I said, with Tart, I've been forgave him for that because he owned it immediately.
Yeah.
He owned it. And I'm not mad at him. You know what I'm saying? He said, but seriously, guys, I know we get crazy. We're crazy fans because we're passionate, but Kyle is a good coach. No, he is. I would never state that Kyle is a bad coach. I've never said that he's a bad coach. Do we question his decisions at times?
Yeah.
Yes.
He's not saying you did. He's just talking about
it's time. In general.
Kyle, like he's a great coach. Like
I want Kyle to be just a little. If I could get a little more aggressiveness out of Kyle, I'd be cool with that. I know it's probably not gonna happen, but my thing is, when you get to the Super Bowl, ain't no half stepping, baby. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no half stepping.
Yeah,
you got to get out there, and I'm talking about when you go out there, it's no longer punching somebody in the mouth. It's stomping a mud hole, and then you know what? It's molly-whopping them, as we say on the West Coast.
To
you know
us,
what I'm saying? To us.
That's how we think.
We think
Kyle has a lead, and instead of being that way, he's protecting the lead. Now, the question is, we get back to this game, does Kyle change that mentality? And
if you're facing Patrick Mahomes, he better.
Well, I think because he's a little bit more comfortable with the quarterback that he's rocking with right now, it makes his decision making a lot more better. That's just kind of what I think. Listen, I got to get Eddie on here. He's
appreciate you, bro.
Happy holidays, my guy. Thank you for calling in, man. Love you.
Hey, love you, y'all. Hey, happy holidays to everybody out there. Merry Christmas to you. Peace
out, man. All right, let's get my man Eddie G. You ready, baby? Just show me your face. I'll get you on here. I thank you guys for waiting so much in the background. Hey, this is what the show is all about. It's about you guys. Eddie, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. We always see is black, but it's all good.
How's that? Is that better?
Nope, that's the picture of us at the Faithful thing.
Yeah, that's it. That's in Atlanta. My camera's not working. Sorry about that. I don't know why.
We can hear you. That's all that matters, right? You guys hear Eddie out there? All right, cool. All right, man. Let's talk, man. So we were talking about this Pro Bowl players getting snubbed. We heard about Dre Greenlaw. Any other players though that you feel like might have gotten snubbed off this list?
If I had to name another player, the obvious ones to me, obviously Dre number one was obvious.
He didn't even get the alternates, bro.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, how do you not have him at least as an alternate? The man's playing out of his mind. Then to have CMC as an alternate and not a starter, that kind of blew me away too. And then Mooney as an alternate, I like that he got some recognition there because he's been playing amazing for us. Yeah, like you said, I agree. That's what I was going to say. He doesn't have the interceptions. He doesn't have but he is locking people down. And if anybody watched that game against Seattle and watching what he did against DK, that's something in itself. DK is an animal. He is like you called him, he is a bully, and he is trying to push guys around. So I'm glad he did get some recognition. The one I wanted to see at least make the alternates was BA.
Yeah, man. I was scratching my head.
Yeah.
Niner Cali boy put that up to you. He says, Ayuk, like, what does this mean? Like, so Ayuk and so Debo made it, but Ayuk didn't.
Yeah, and I I had the pleasure. Obviously, you can see that picture. If anybody doesn't know, that picture I had that's instead of my camera, that's my son and I at the Rush road trip party the day before the game, and got to meet the nitty gritty crew, and um, I had the pleasure of being there live in Atlanta. That man, BA, is something else. His route running. I mean, the curl he did on that one of them touchdowns he scored. He scored both our touchdowns. I mean, I don't know how he is not. I mean, I get it, and I agree. It's a popularity thing. You know, when you go through the whole league and all the receivers you have in the league right now, you know, maybe they don't look at BA like that. And yes, we're faithful fans, and we adore Brandon Ayuk. That young man is something else, and he is making a name for himself. So he's the other one I wanted to see on that alternate list. I'd love to see him, but you know what? I pray, and I can't be as loud as Bishop Terradome. That's a hard one to follow, but I pray that this team. I would love. I can just picture in my head Fred Warner looking at Dre Greenlaw and say, "Hey, that ain't going to mean nothing if we win the chip. So go get that Lombardi. You know, it'd be awesome to make the Pro Bowl, but if you get that Lombardi, Pro Bowl don't even matter because you wouldn't play in it anyway. So
yeah,
that's all I got to say about it, man. I hope Dre and you know what? If Dre gets meaner because of it, not careless, you know, don't go out there and getting penalties and stuff. But if that dog grows even bigger in Dre, I'm all for it, man. That guy's an animal. He is an animal out there on that field. So
I agree with you 1,000%, bro. 1,000%.
Yes, sir. And anyway, that's my take. I'm not going to take a bunch of time. You got a show to do. I appreciate you having me on, brother. Y'all have a happy holiday. Merry Christmas.
Same to you.
Love you, bro.
Love you too, man. Thank you so much.
Hey, and hopefully, if these Rush road trips go next year as well, my son's already wanting to try to do one next year too. So
let's go.
Hopefully, we get to do it. Yeah, I'm down. Let's do it.
May, man. We'll find out soon as the schedule drop. But I love you, bro. Happy holidays to you and your family.
You too, brother.
All right, man. Peace. So great callers, man. Terradome, Dion. I saw my man Twin up here. He was at work. He couldn't jump on. But thanks you for trying to jump on. I'm sorry about that. And then my man Eddie G, my brother Eddie G. Listen, you guys were talking about Ayuk. So look, I'm looking at the starters. All right. I'm just curious to know why he's not an alternate. So here are your guys. All right. So Justin Jefferson, AJ Brown. Okay. Then you got CeeDee Lamb, Terry McLaurin. Now I like both of these guys. But I feel like Ayuk's having a year, right? I don't know. I don't know if they just go off of stats or what, but I feel like Ayuk's having a year. It could be just me. I just felt like I thought he was having a year. So you look at receiving. I mean, damn it, Justin Jefferson has 1,623 yards with 111 receptions. God dang. All right, so the next best. Ooh, jeez. Man, let me go for yards. I just want to see where they are in yards. So it's Justin Jefferson. I'm just looking at the NFC. CeeDee Lamb has 1,000 yards. Terry McLaurin, 1,000 yards. Terry McLaurin has 1,000 yards off of 68 catches, yo. We better make sure we stop Terry McLaurin this week, man. He's been under the radar. We better make sure we stop him. Listen, Brandon Ayuk, 60 receptions, 774 yards. 7 TDs, though. 7 TDs? That's a lot. Golly. Well, I mean, he's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's tied for 7th in the league in touchdowns. You gotta put some respect on BA's name. Wait a minute. Like, I'm thinking he's a touchdown guy. He doesn't get all the targets. You know what I'm saying? Because of the team full of weapons. 60 receptions for 770 plus yards. Not bad. I feel like he can get 1,000 yards. 3 games, 1,000 yards. Will Brandon Ayuk be a 1,000-yard wide receiver for the 49ers this year? I think I'll have to ask that on Twitter, see what they think. But he's only what, 225 yards away? Can I do my math right? Did I say it right? I think so. 774. So he needs 226 more yards. Just 3 games left. Divide 226 by 3, somebody, please. Tell me what he needs to average per game to be a 1,000-yard wide receiver. I would love for him to be a 1,000-yard wide receiver. I feel like that would make me feel so good. But what a great show. You guys called in today. You guys did exactly what I was hoping you guys would do. You guys were on point. Chat. The chat here, Jan Ice, because that's what your name says. I need you to join the YouTube feed. You need to be in the chat with all that they can see what I post of yours. Whenever you post on that, obviously I post it so that they can see it on the screen. But please join the YouTube channel at the WayneBreezie. Join this chat. It's one of the greatest chats of all time. It's free, it doesn't cost you a thing, and I guarantee you'll be able to go back and forth. They can see what you're saying. You guys didn't do a good job hitting the like button, so make sure you guys hit that like button. And it's not me asking. You better listen to her. It's not me. But y'all gonna listen to Miss Debbie. So make sure you hit that like button. I had a great time. Tomorrow's episode, we're going to preview the game. I know everybody's like, yo, what's going on? We want to know what's going on with the game. Listen, we're going to preview the game because I got John Chapman coming on here. We're going to break down some things and do some things between the Commanders and the 49ers. If you had to ask me, do I think the 49ers are going to win this game? By a long shot. By a long shot. All right? John Neville said, I did that in my head. He just got to get 75 yards a game. He should be able to get 75 yards a game, right? Let's see. We got the Commanders, the Raiders, and the Cardinals. And the Cardinals may have the best secondary out of the two. Between the Cardinals and the Commanders, I don't think the Raiders has a pretty good secondary. So it's possible. It's possible. Just a couple of big catches, man. They didn't target him a lot in the Seattle game. The wide receivers weren't targets in the Seattle game. They weren't really utilized much. So let's see if we make up for it. I think Brock Purdy throws 3 touchdowns in this game. It's a game prediction that I'm just going to throw out there. I think he gets a 3-touchdown game, but that doesn't mean we only score 3 touchdowns. I think the 49ers comes out there and punches somebody in the mouth. Cowboy Angel puts this stat out and said this. Oh, snap. See, that's tough. That's more tough, right? I tell you what, though, Cowboy Angel, and this is my gripe about him not being, I got 2 contributions I have to read too, by the way. This is my gripe of him being snubbed from the starting list. Look at his stats and then look at the starter stats. Okay? Check out the stats. Check out the starter stats. I have them here. I believe I can go to rushing. Okay? And when I look at, so you got Saquon Barkley, 1,170 rushing yards. When you look at all-purpose yards, if you type in all-purpose yards, obviously Christian McCaffrey goes up. So yes, he needs 73 yards to be a 1,000-yard rusher. Okay. And remember, imagine where Christian McCaffrey would have been if he was a 49er at the beginning of the season. See? This is what I'm talking about. Mike Rotonda says, is Chase playing? Yeah. He practiced and then he was limited. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, me too, sis. I got to finish my Christmas shopping. So I don't even know when I'm going to do it. Let's get to these contributions. We did not have a poll question today. My brother Gammon says, grateful for the faithful. Shout out to Croc, Jesse, and my main man, Wayne. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much, Gammon, for the contribution, super chat contribution. And last but not least, my man Fernando's in the building. Says, hey, how's it going? I just wanted to say I appreciate your show. Will you have a pregame and an overreaction show Saturday? So there won't be a pregame show. I won't be doing Sizzling Sunday this weekend because it's a Saturday. So I won't be doing Sizzling Sunday, which is our pregame show. But there will be an overreaction show. I could promise you 100,480% that there will be an overreaction show. We'll probably go live within that 2-minute warning of the game because I like to jump on with my brother Mike for Nothing But Niners. So we kind of do two in one. So you guys get double the pleasure, double the fun. So yes, thank you for the contribution. Fernando out there. What a great show. Thank you guys. Listen, enjoy your Thursday. If you didn't finish Christmas shopping, I know none of you out here finished Christmas shopping because I did not receive any packages in the mail for my Christmas gift. So you got 2 more days, and you got it. Find a way to get it shipped out so I can have it by December 25th, which is a Sunday. So make sure you guys get that out. I appreciate you. I love you guys. Stay up, stay faithful, and always Madden tomorrow, Christy Marie. Madden tomorrow. Always keep it nitty gritty, man. Thanks for watching, and peace out.